Have you ever believed something about money only to realize years later that it simply wasn't true? Or maybe you were told money is the root of all evil. I remember I heard that for years. Or if I save enough, I will become wealthy. Or investing is only for rich people. The truth is, many of us grow up believing money myths that quietly shape our financial decisions. And sometimes these beliefs cost us thousands or even millions over a lifetime. Today, we're exposing 10 money lies that keep ordinary people from building wealth. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to Finance with Dr. Ish. And if you're passionate about making smarter financial decisions, building wealth, and of course, improving your relationship with money, you are in the right place. So, let's separate financial facts from financial fiction. The number one lie is saving money alone will make you rich. Saving is very important. Everyone should have an emergency fund. I've always talked about it in my previous videos about having an emergency fund and how important it is to have it. But saving alone rarely creates wealth. Why? Because inflation slowly reduces the purchasing power of idle money, and saving protects your money, but investing has the potential to grow it. So you need both really. You save and you invest. So you can't save without investing, and it's not advisable to save alone. So you see how important the both of them are. Now, the second lie is you need to be rich before you invest. How many times have I heard people ask me that? Oh, I have to be rich before I invest. Investment is only rich people. This belief keeps millions of people waiting. Many investment opportunities today allow people to start with relatively small amounts. The biggest advantage isn't starting with a lot of money, it is starting early. And if you didn't start early, start now because time can be one of the most powerful wealth building tools. The third lie is a high salary means you are wealthy. Hmm. Some people earn six figures and yet live paycheck to paycheck. Others earn modest incomes and yet steadily build wealth. So income is important, true, but wealth depends on what you do after you receive that income. The fourth lie is debt is always bad. Now, not all debt is the same. There are different categories of debt. There is debt that finances consumption, and there is debt that may support productive investment or business growth. So, the important question here is or isn't simply do I have debt? It's why do I have it? Why am I owing money? Why do I have debt? Can I manage this debt responsibly? So moving on to the fifth lie is I'll start investing when the economy improves. People have been waiting for the perfect economy for decades. I have been waiting for the perfect economy for decades, and I'm sure you've been waiting too. But let's be real. Markets rise, and markets fall. Inflation changes, interest rates changes. Waiting forever often becomes the biggest financial mistake. There is no perfect system. There is no perfect time. The perfect time to start is now. No matter how small, better to start with small than nothing at all. Now, the sixth lie is money will solve all problems. Money solves many financial problems. It can create security, can create opinions. It gives you a good amount of comfort depending on how rich you are, but it doesn't automatically create happiness, healthy relationships, or purpose. So, money technically is a tool, not a destination. Now, the seventh lie is I don't need a budget. And I've seen so many people's finances fall like a pack of cards because of this singular wrong belief. Some people think budgeting limits your freedom, limits how you enjoy your life, how you you probably vacation. It doesn't really stop anything. Actually, a good budget creates freedom. It helps you to plan ahead. So it tells your money where to go, when to go, and how to go. So instead of wondering where it went, it's just a matter of applying financial structure to your income coming in. So it doesn't stop you from having a vacation. It doesn't stop you from getting that beautiful pair of shoes or earrings or jewelry. It just helps you to fix the right priorities and know the difference between your wants and your needs. So the eighth lie is it's too late for me. So whether you're 25, I mean, it's better if you start early anyways, but whether you're 25, 45, or 65, once you get to the level of awareness where you actually know the right thing to do, that's the time to start improving your finances. And technically, like I said, that means today, in case you haven't been doing the right thing for your finance. You cannot change yesterday, but you can absolutely change your next financial decision. Moving on to the ninth lie. If I earn more, my money problems will disappear. Oh my God. High income helps, truth. But without the right kind of discipline, higher income often creates higher spending. Most people tend to increase their spending lifestyle, their spending culture, and become lavish spenders when they have more income. So the goal isn't simply to just earn more, it's keeping more. So the higher you earn, then the more you should save and the more you should invest and the more you should grow. So it's a matter of knowing how to use money or your finances intentionally. And then the final lie, the 10th lie is wealth is only for lucky people. There's no luck with wealth. People actually work hard for it. So I'm not talking about winning the lottery. That's a different game entirely. I'm not talking about gambling. That's a different aspect to people getting rich entirely. I'm talking about real financial structure here, working hard for what you earn and having 9 to 5 or some sort of business you're earning money from. So yes, luck exists, but long-term wealth is usually built through consistency, patience, learning, discipline, and smart financial decisions repeated over many years. So most wealthy people running bills in one day, and neither is financial freedom. So the biggest financial barriers aren't always outside us. Sometimes it's just the things we believe in. It's just our mindsets that we've carried for years and years. So these mindsets challenge your money beliefs and basically make you do the negative things that actually lead you to being broke or not acquiring wealth as you should, because wealth is not meant for only one person, and the same way it's not meant for everyone because application differs. People do things differently because of their perception, what they think, and of course lack of knowledge, ignorance, being naive, or not exactly knowing what to do. So getting financial education is very, very important. You need to learn continuously what to do because market trends change. It will also help you to make informed financial decisions. And remember, your financial future isn't determined by what you've been told, especially from people who don't know how to manage money. It's shaped by what you choose to do from today. And if this video challenged your thinking, please subscribe to Finance with Dr. Ish for practical money lessons that work wherever you live. And I will see you in the next video.